Everyone, how are you doing today? So, we're going to discuss some very practical techniques of learning idiomatic usage and vocabulary. We are going to use some examples here to learn the various techniques of putting our thoughts across in a very easy and lucid manner. I hope you have gone through this presentation by Bill Gates as we discussed in the last class, and I'll take you through all these phrases one by one. So the first is too many chefs in the kitchen. Now this is an idiomatic way of saying that many managers trying to manage the same stuff and spoiling the whole thing. Like too many cooks spoil the broth is a general idiomatic saying, and the same thing is expressed with this expression too many chefs in the kitchen. So the world of politics seems to be like too many chefs in the kitchen these days. So if you see like say like this, it sounds more idiomatic and more natural. South Korea built up their testing facilities. Look at this phrase built up. Built up is to come up with, to construct something. So we can use this phrase built up in a number of situations. Like India needs to build up its infrastructure in terms of transportation and medical facilities. So built up, or in the past tense it is built up, in present tense it would be build up. So India needs to build up. In present you will have to say build up. I want you to make two sentences, one in past, one in present. So India needs to build up its infrastructure to manage the huge population. Or South Korea built up. So built up would be past tense, and build up with d, build up would be in present tense. That means that. So in order to expand your idea, you can make use of these phrase that means that. India has a huge population and there is a huge danger of the corona breakout. That means that we should be ready to face all the eventualities. So that means that is to expand, and sometimes you make use of that means that to convey cause and effect also. So how do you see that playing out? Now this is again an idiomatic way of saying that what would be the effect of it. So like for example, here he says that the research is actually taking a lot of time, and we don't have any medicine for curing corona. So we don't have any effective way of dealing with the situation. How do you think it will play out? So how do you think it will play out means that what would be the effect of it to the world? Massively scale that test. Now, this is again a very idiomatic expression when we use the word scale. Scale is related to size. So, to the question where they were talking about developing antibiotics with the help of some antibodies from the infected people, he said that it is not going to scale up very fast, which means we are talking about volume. So scale up is a good expression to use in such situations where we are talking about something to be of a large scale. So we cannot massively scale that test, or massively scale is to in terms of volume. So you can use it. So we need to massively scale the medical facilities or hospitals, just in case lots of people get infected. The next is, what is the difference between IT apostrophe and S and ITS? This is one big thing, and there are lots of errors of this sort. So IT apostrophe S stands for it is. Like for example, if you have to say it's a great day today, you will say IT apostrophe S. It's a great day today, because you are saying it is a great day today. So with it is a great today, and you want to uh, abbreviate it, you will say IT apostrophe S. But it's without an apostrophe is actually a possessive. So don't sit on that chair. Its leg is broken. So its leg means the leg of the chair. So this is how you are supposed to write on this. Please make a note. Or I want you to write all these things in the corrections log. Kiosk. Kiosk is a very good word which is used for a small outlet for something. Like, for example, there is an information kiosk, there is Yeah, information kiosk available where we can, or in this sense, in this particular situation, they have used this word for a kiosk to do self test. So a kiosk is a small opening or a small outlet for giving information or for doing testing. So in our office there is a small kiosk to issue stationery. So if you want some stationery, you can go to the stationery kiosk and get it from there. Something is the key thing. Now, key thing is again a very good phrase. If you want to highlight something, you can say key thing. I think good organization is the key thing in writing, or listening is the key thing in developing any language skill. So you can make use of this word key thing in order to highlight something. I want you to make at least three sentences using this phrase. Testing is paired with isolation. Paired with is again a beautiful phrase to talk about two things which are equally important. So you can say that in a school, good teachers are paired with excellent resources, which makes learning a great experience, or which makes easy to learn. So school is the right place to go for learning new things, because excellent teachers are paired with the appropriate resources to teach, and that helps to learn faster. So this is how you can use this paired with. I want you to make like 3 to 4 sentences on this. One riddle with this isolation strategy. One riddle is like unsolved mystery. So one riddle with developing writing skills is how to develop vocabulary. Some people think that they should use new words all the time, and this is one riddle with everyone, which everyone grapples with. Grapples with is again an expression which says that we are struggling with something. It is grapple, grapple with. So, grapple with is to deal with something. The price of victory is that you crash the economy. Now, this is again a beautiful phrase where he was suggesting crash the economy. Now, crash the economy is an active voice. Crash the economy means that we are voluntarily doing it. We are consciously crashing our economy in order to save lives. So that's how, using the active voice, we can show that this is a conscious decision. The price of victory is that you crash the economy, as if you are consciously crashing the plane of economy and destroying it in order to save lives. Herd immunity. He talks about immunity here, and this is one new word. That is why I highlighted it here. Herd immunity is the immunity which gets developed in many people, which means lots and lots of people in the population get infected, and when they get infected, somehow people start dealing with that, and all the people once who get infected will get a lot of antibodies in their body by itself. So that is herd immunity. What whoever has to die will die, but then eventually everybody would have an antibody in their body. Those who survive would be able to survive. Is what it is proposed as one solution, but it is very very dangerous, because even if 1% of the population dies, it's a huge number. So that's why herd immunity is not the best solution in this case. And this is one word which is getting viral these days. Lots of people are talking about it. So herd immunity is meaningless until you infect at least half the population, is what Bill Gates says, and that is something dangerous. So it is very irresponsible of somebody to suggest we can have the best of both the worlds. This is what he says, that at this point in time we cannot have both best of both the worlds. We have to crash our economy to let the people live. A pariah state. Now, this is again a new term. A pariah state is the one which is an outcast, with which, like, for example, many people are talking about China and calling it as a pariah state, because it has actually uh, said to be responsible for spreading all the diseases. So, pariah state is the one which is an outcast, which is not dealt with, which is treated as an yeah, I think the best word is outcast. So that's what it is. There is no middle course. Actually, this is not. There is a middle course. There is no middle course in this. We have to kind of go the hard way by shutting down everything. Past this opportunity. Now, this is again a beautiful phrase. Past this opportunity means this opportunity is no more present with US. While going through this presentation, you can pause and write down stuff. So you can pause it, write down this phrase, and then go to the next one. US has passed this opportunity. So this opportunity is no more there. So India has also passed this opportunity of stopping contamination the way South Korea did. In case we had gone with um, the strategy of South Korea, we would not have let our industries to close down. So South Korea was very very stringent in this regard. They did not. I mean, they did mass testing and isolation at the right time, and that enabled them to not go for shutdown. So without shutdown also they were able to survive. That's what he was trying to say there. When people go back to work, there is another, I mean, there is a chance of blow up. So this blow up is again a phrase that something blows up means it again spreads or it explodes. The another word is explodes. Explode means to go out of proportion or to grow in a disproportionate manner, to grow in a massive manner. So when the lockout is over, the situation may again explode. Is a beautiful expression, and you can write it and use it. We have to be very pragmatic. Now, this pragmatic word is again a very beautiful word. Pragmatic is something which yields results. Like, there is a word called as pregnant woman. So pregnant woman is the one who yields a child. Ultimately she gives birth to a child. So from that word itself, this pragmatic word is derived. Pragmatic means something which gives results, something which is not fake, something which gives real results. So a pragmatic solution means a practical solution which really yields results. So we have to be very pragmatic, means practical. We have to look at things in a pragmatic manner. For example, seasonality plays an important role, is what Bill Gates says. And when temperature rises beyond a certain level, the virus automatically dies. So pragmatic is being practical. Then there are other phrases, and I'll discuss about them in the next video. What I want you to do is please go through all of them, make at least 2 to 3 sentences on each of these phrases. You can use them in a number of situations to explain and to elucidate your ideas. So this is one practical way of learning. Instead of going for a lot of theory, you can always go for a very good TED video and take down very important, very good phrases from it. I'll be sharing a number of such videos to you, because there's lots and lots of learning from these presentations. And once you go through them, you can take down each phrase, write 2 to 3 sentences. So automatically you learn lots of new idiomatic expressions which you can readily use in your essay and speaking. Thank you so much. Please write them and send them to me. Write this assignment in your corrections log. I want you to write down small sentences on the phrases as we discussed, and I'm going to check them. Thank you.